It begins in the quiet hours before dawn. In the heart of Beijing, a celebrated actor eases into a gathering with friends, laughter echoing through an apartment borrowed for the evening. This man, Menglong, known to millions, stands at a turning point. He smiles. He jokes. He drinks. Yet beneath that calm veneer, something was shifting. The next few hours would change everything. Menglong was 37. He had fought his way into the limelight. Born in Urumqi in 1988, a young man from Xinjiang who rose to national fame. Wikipedia +2 The Straits Times +2 He had starred in hit dramas that won fans around Asia. A major breakout role in Go Princess Go and then in Eternal Love, where his presence captured millions of hearts. Pep.ph +1 His talent was undeniable. His fan base loyal and global. And yet, in the early morning hours of September 11, 2025, his life would end in a way that no one anticipated. The official narrative: an accidental fall from a building, intoxication, no criminal intent. The Straits Times +2 The Straits Times +2 But the ripple effects that followed would expose fractures, unanswered questions, whispered conspiracies, and a courtroom environment that would pivot expectations of truth itself. Dinner with friends the night before. Multiple companions. Near dawn, Yu locks himself in a room. At roughly 6 a.m., when his friends depart, he is nowhere to be found. A body is discovered on the ground floor. A fall so sudden, so tragic, it sends shockwaves through the industry. The Straits Times +1 His management posts a statement. With unbearable sorrow, we announce that our beloved Menglong fell to his death on September 11th. Police have ruled out any criminality. www.ndtv.com. But then the first fissures show. His mother, days later, issues a statement. He accidentally fell after drinking alcohol. She asks the public to stop speculating. The Straits Times +1 The police bulletin follows. 3 people detained for spreading rumors. The Straits Times on the surface, the case closed. But beneath, cameras, windows, missing mesh, unclear timelines, the evidence begins to crack. What exactly occurred in those final hours? Was it purely accidental? Or was someone else involved? The first strong hint of hidden truth comes with the vanished witness. A friend who hosted the gathering. A window that had been covered by a mesh net. One witness claims it was broken. The entry and exit logs at the apartment complex. The audio of screams at 2 a.m. That last message to his mother. That money isn't earned by me, it's dirty. The Times of India. These are the pieces that refuse to rest. According to reports, Menglong's death took place after he spent the evening at a friend's place. The building's window mesh was noted to be damaged. Some posts later deleted claimed 2 figures pulling a body out of the window. Online voices grew loud. Reddit +1 Social media lit with doubt. How does a nearly secured window fail? How does someone who locked himself in a room vanish, only to be found below? Why did it take 2 hours for his friends to notice? In the courtroom of public opinion, the presumption of accident faced stiff opposition. Over 100,000 pieces of content were removed. More than 15,000 accounts had commenting disabled. Wikipedia +1 The shock was not only the death, but the speed and thoroughness of narrative control. Some netizens felt the truth was being hidden. Some even claimed torture before death. Reddit. The second pillar. Leaked evidence. A text message to his mother surfaced. That money isn't earned by me, it's dirty. The implication. He felt manipulated, compromised, under pressure. The Times of India. Why was this text circulating? How was it authenticated? Why did the management not mention it earlier? Fans demanded answers. Friends withdrew. The apartment security footage, if any, is unreported. The window mesh, reportedly intact previously, now broken. The vanished witness. The friend who hosted the meal. They disappeared from public view. Who they were, what they saw, what they left unspoken. Then came the courtroom, not a physical trial, but a tribunal of media, public forums, legal statements. The official announcement. No foul play. Accident due to intoxication. www.ndtv.com +1 3 people detained for spreading rumors. The Straits Times. But many felt the case was not closed. It had just shifted rooms. The courtroom that changed everything wasn't in a government building. It was in a nation's consciousness. One senior entertainment outlet reported that the firm managing You and its parent company saw a sudden crash. Executives resigned. Shares plummeted. The industry shook. Vision Times: this death triggered more than sorrow. It triggered questions about power, protection, and who is truly safe in the limelight. What the fans saw: a talented actor gone too soon. What the investigators reported: an accidental fall after drinking. What many suspect: a cover-up. The vanished witness is central. That friend at the apartment. The night's conversation. The locked door. The mesh net. The screams. The silent phone. The litter of glasses. The body on the ground. Those last words: that money isn't earned by me, it's dirty. Leaked recordings and posts on international forums speak of two persons conducting a forced entry at dawn. One user on Reddit posted, "There also seems to be video evidence. Window he fell from had a mesh net covering it, and there's no way he could have just fallen from it unless someone tore it down." Reddit: such claims remain unverified, but they escalate public suspicion, particularly when pieces of evidence are removed or disappear. The family's grief is real. The mother's public plea: please be rational. We want peace. The Straits Times: but the questions persist. The missing piece. Where is the full forensic timeline? The proof of intoxication? The chain of custody on the mesh net? The CCTV logs? The witness statements filed? The official bulletin states criminal suspicion ruled out based on forensic tests, interviews, and on-site examination. The Straits Times: but many feel those tests were conducted under pressure, in an environment of censorship. The leaked evidence goes deeper. Some media claim that You had recently begun resisting certain deals, uncomfortable contracts, opaque payments. The last text suggests he felt money dirty. What does that mean? Was he being blackmailed? Did he uncover something worth silencing? Was the apartment gathering just the social facade of a deeper meeting? The fact that he locked the door may mean he sought privacy or refuge. But when he never retrieved his phone, never answered calls, what changed? In the hours that followed his death, the management posted their statement. The platform removed thousands of posts. The official premise: accidental death. The broader theme: truth is messy, perception is managed. For the fans, the star's body of work now haunts them. They search for hidden meaning in his characters. His roles in fantasy romances dealing with fate and destiny now echo his own final act. The disappearance of his name from certain credits and streaming platforms fuels the fire of doubt. The broader industry conversation turns to power, control, silence. And as the script of his final hours unwinds, the pieces start to resemble a covert game. A brilliant actor challenging invisible lines, a night of drinking and friendship, a locked bedroom door, an empty phone, a body found under shards of morning light. The internet lights up with the tags. #Justice for Menglong. The watchers become investigators. The leakagers leak. The witnesses vanish. The courtroom becomes none other than the digital public sphere. Yet the official verdict stands: accidental fall. Alcohol. No foul play. The case closed. But is it truly closed? In these moments we ask, what if the window mesh was removed deliberately? What if the phone's last message pointing to dirty money is the key? What if the friend who hosted the gathering was pressured to stay silent? What if the closed-door meeting was not social but business? What if the actor died because he uncovered a transaction he couldn't walk away from? What if the intoxication was forced or misreported? What if the fall wasn't a fall, but a push? And then we ask again, where is the witness who locked that door? Where is the security footage? Where is the mesh net's chain of custody? Where are the friends? Where is transparency? The leaked evidence remains scattered. The vanished witness remains silent. The courtroom remains in the court of public opinion. The ripple effect is still unfolding. The industry is shaken. The fans unsettled. The memory of Menglong lives, but so do the questions. In the end, his final hours weren't the end. They were a beginning. A beginning of search, of debate, of uncovering. Not just of what happened, but of what power means, what silence costs, and what truth we are allowed to see. The journey is not over. The curtain is not yet closed. The murmurs in the crowds, the thrum of social media, the hushed voices of friends, the absence of a visible funeral. All of these speak louder than any official statement. The better indicator of truth may not be the facts we are given, but the gaps we are not allowed to fill. For you, Menglong. For his fans. For the vanished witness. For every message unsent, every door locked, every mesh net torn, every voice silenced. This is the story of his final hours. This is the call for evidence. This is the demand for justice. And perhaps in the echo of that dawn, one day the full truth will no longer feel like a whisper.